well. I'm in too tight, gonna feel it tonight. Yeah, baby, here I stand, I'm your impossible man. I said, oh. Yes, I said, oh. I came to make a bang. I said, oh. Yeah, I said, oh. I came to make a bang. Yeah, oh. It's time for the Cucks. Time for Cumia'S Cucks. The mud shark is coming to say your show sucks. Chrissy and Gino and the dog named Carl. Kissing up to Anthony while they're washing his balls. Still though, I see some balls you can wash. What's wrong, April? I thought it was squashed. I thought it was squashed.
It's the end of the month. Wake up, wake up. It's the opposite of Bone Thugs and Harmony, first of the month, from Cleveland. I know Busy Bone. I have his phone number. Name drop. Happy Friday, Friday fuck around. Friday fuck around. Who's with me, baby? Who wants to do it? Special effects, Carl. Wacky morning zoo guy. All right. 2 for Tuesday. We're about to kick it off with another nonstop block of Foreigner right here on WNCX. Here's Hot Blooded. It's off the top of my head. Oh my God, what a loser. Where did he hear that from? Holy shit. Thank you for showing up on a Friday. Friday. We got 2 tickets to give away to the Mark's Great American Rib Burn Off at the top of the hour. But now let's go to Sally with traffic. Sorry for the late start today. Very, very uncharacteristic of the Mud Shark. Mr. Punctual, the funkiest, the most punctual. I'm sorry. I almost didn't even do a show. I had no, because I'm going to be doing the public access show tonight with a gentleman by the name, you might have heard of him, Earl Skakel.
Lady.
There he is. So tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, check out the public access show. We're doing it.
Up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
No, it's Superhost.
Ask yourself this question as you sit there in your living room or wherever you may be. Why are you watching this?
If you fuck with my man, I will come to your house and take your kids and throw them on the lawn, bitch ass motherfucker.
Ready? on Friday because it's the end of the month, and I want to honor Chuck Shadowski. The late, great Chuck Shadowski died at the age of 90. Too soon. Too soon. Shout out to my hometown, Cleveland, Ohio. Hope you're doing good. Shout out to Darius Garland. Shout out to Evan Mobley. Shout out to Donovan Mitchell going to the All-Star game. That's happening. Welcome. We got a lot to talk about today. It might be a short show. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's happening. We'll get to your chat here shortly, but as you can see in the thumbnail, again, I had to go ahead and just shut everyone the fuck up. It's just these people in the pylons, they got nothing. They got nothing. They got to make up shit, and they just got to, it's just annoying. It is what it is, but it is annoying. But it's like I'm John Rambo taking on the National Guard. I got to take on all these motherfuckers trying to pile on for profit, pile on for views, call out the bullshit. But someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it. This isn't my first rodeo. If you can remember, this is pretty much what happened 2 years ago with Chrissy, Carl, Steel Toe, Gino, E-Rock, Anthony, except they replaced Chrissy with Melton. It's the same shit. You guys brought up this shit last year. And then I got to just show you, here's the receipts. Here, what else? What else? That's where we're at right now. That's what we're dealing with. And I will fight this war. I don't care. I've done it a million times. Okay? You guys are desperate for content. You're desperate for the next stuttering John. You'll lie. You'll do whatever you can. But you'll never go one-on-one. Carl. You remember when I was covering Stuttering John and it was like, dude, you need to get back to Carl. Now I'm back on Carl. They're like, you need to get back to I'm like, what do you guys fucking want? Huh? What do you want? But you can Google Anthony Cumia. All right, we'll get into it. I saw this clip today. Carl is back, baby. Actually, first I want to do this. Let's do something fun real quick. I did a Chad Unleashed yesterday because Bubba, who was generous enough to send me over some very, very nice Zells, and I felt obligated to do so. And I know chad-zumock was talking shit in my chat. I'm like, okay, I'll go live. I'm putting out more clips, and they're like, it's not even a show. And I'm like, no shit. Everyone puts out clips. I don't know what you guys want. So I went ahead and just did a walkabout and talk, and it turned out to be pretty cool and profitable, and I got to engage. It is what it was. But Clearwater Chad, I think he's here today. I think he's everywhere at all times. I think he's in every chat room at all times. As you know, Clearwater Chad is probably one of the biggest talents to come along to the shitverse in quite some time. He's a master impressionist. He's mastered Stuttering John. He's mastered Ray DeVito. And I said, Clearwater Chad, I need you to do the Mud Shark. I need you to do Chad. And of course, Clearwater Chad delivers, as always. So let's take a look at Clearwater Chad's impression of the Mud Shark. It's uncanny. Close your eyes. Don't even take me off. Just go look away and just listen to this guy. It's unfucking believable. I mean, this guy is Rich Little. This guy is, you just see it. This speaks for itself. Clearwater Chad is me. Close your eyes.
Mud Shark, we're going. I was the only one man enough. I was the only one man enough to visit the stutter and whatnot. No one else could do it. Everyone talked about it. Julie talked about it. He-Burger talked about it. He-Burger's a failed marketing man. He couldn't do it. He couldn't visit. He couldn't visit Stuttering John. I was the one. I'm the Mud Shark. Let's get the hype about it. How can you do that? How can you feel good about that? We're on the hype train. We're doing it. We're doing it on the street corner. We're doing it, folks. We got a Diet Coke we're drinking too. How could you question about Shark?
I don't drink.
How could you do that? Mock Sharks unite! I'll take any questions. I got the sunglasses on, so I can't see regular questions. Only can see super chats. Don't forget to support me on Patreon. I have an Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram. Hit the
My Patreon got shut down by Stuttering John. Chad, Mudshark. But go subscribe to his page. I mean, these impressions are amazing on every level. It's rich little quality. You thought Godfrey did good ones? Jay Farrell. I mean, Clearwater Chad is a fucking master at his craft. This is like Frank Caliendo reincarnated.
like on Instagram. Helps the algorithm. Ugh.
He even
We're
looks
on the
like
street.
me.
And I'm the one, the few people. Hey Vito, how you doing? Thanks for being here. I'm the Z-Man. I'm the one. Best comic in the Dabbleverse. I don't know. Mr. Whatnot. That's a fact check. You don't question the mud check. Don't question my authority. Best comic? You think Ray DeVito could outsmart me? The man? My headliner. You don't question the headliner! How could you do that? How could you feel good about that?
All right, guys, go watch. It's Clearwater Chad on. He has over 2,000, almost 3,000 subscribers. You're gonna want to watch. I hope there's more. I'll continue to showcase Clearwater Chad because it's uncanny. Shout out to Clearwater Chad. I mean, it's fucking great. Hopefully you can monetize that someday. I mean, I'll keep doing Carl and Rob Saul and Opie. You keep doing me and Ray and Stuttering John. We got it on lockdown. We need to go on tour. Chad, the Z-Man, Zumock, and Clearwater Chad, master impressionist. And we go do these impressions for people, and people are going to like, who the fuck is Rob Saul? What the fuck is Ray DeVito? And they walk out. So we're doing it. But he was a man of his word. I asked him to do an impression, and he fucking did it. He fucking did it. But you should see his Ray DeVito too. It's really fucking good. Before we move on, let's play his Ray DeVito because it's too good. Ray was on last night with some poor girl, and Kevin was sniping him. It was really bad. It's really bad. Ray's losing his mind. It's not good. And we're tomorrow. We're 1 week away from Kill Kevin at the Tennessee Beer Hall. Looking forward to that. Okay, here we go. Let's pull it up together. This is Clearwater Chad is Ray DeVito. And again, close your eyes. Don't even watch. Just close your eyes. And just listen. Here we go.
Punks, this is Ray. Don't forget, we're going to Rob Saul's bar to make friends with him. We're going to Rob Saul's bar. Please don't forget that, folks. We're going to make friends. We're going to get it done. No one has any ill intent to rob. Well, maybe Chaley, but no one else. We're going to have a good time. We're going to make some friends. We're going to make $1 million. He's going to unfile for bankruptcy. We're going to Vegas. We're going to Las Vegas. Make friends with Rob Saul. I'll see you guys there. I'll see you, Rob Saul. Punks, this is...
Wait, hold on.
Punks, this is Ray. Don't forget.
He's done a lot of Ray. Here's one more.
This is your favorite performer, Ray DeVito, and I just have one question for you guys. I'm a little confused because
close your eyes.
I understand why they still make the old-fashioned Elmer's glue.
All right, close your eyes.
Why is that a thing? Why do we need it? We got. You know, am I wrong? You got glue sticks, okay? You got duct tape. You got Gorilla Glue. Why do you still need Elmer's glue. Like, why is that a thing? Who's using Elmer's glue nowadays? If my table breaks and you think I'm gonna fix it with Elmer's,
This is
I'm gonna get
amazing.
some hammer and a nail and I'm gonna fix it. You know, probably like a 6-penny nail. But I'm not using the Elmer's glue. It's not.
This is good, man.
You know, why is it a thing? Why is it something that we should consider? Why is it on the shelves?
That's actually not bad. The more like I was trying to goof on it, but that's something Ray would do. Why are we using Elmer's glue? Like why is that still a thing? Like I used it when I was a kid and pay, like, but why would people still buy? Yeah, that actually is pretty funny. So go follow Clearwater Chad. I will continue to showcase Clearwater Chad until he gets discovered. I'd like to think I still have some show business connections. You know, living in Los Angeles, being around everybody, knowing some people. So whatever I can do to facilitate some sort of success for Clearwater Chad, I'm in. Just don't forget where you came from. Okay? And remember the people that helped you along the way, Clearwater Chad. You're looking at them, right? Thank you very much to Clearwater Chad. Hit the like button. We're at 295. Not bad for a Friday fuck around starting late. Sorry I started late. I have a lot. Had to go to the post office. I mailed out 12 shirts and stickers and keychains. I got keychains now. And that was to everybody that's provided $20 or more the month of January. Thank you very much. Not on the scroll is Josh and Kim Johnson, Dr. Steve, Sorcerer, Jelvis, Stella B, Disgusted, John Carson, and Detroit by Dark. Thank you very much. You guys are the real heroes, and you guys will be updated coming in February. We're doing it.
Fuck pyramids.
Fuck pyramids, everybody. Even Gearox is doing a Carl type show now. Anybody can do it. Speaking of Carl, let's get into it. After a long hiatus of covering me, as you know, Carl for over a year was just dogging on me. He even said, and we showed the video, it's like I took things a little too personal with Chad. I took it too far. And he kind of backed the fuck off, like Chrissy did, like Frank. They all backed off. Cumia, they all backed off. But now he's coming back around again because he smells the pile-on. He smells it, and he's like, I want to do it. Now he's covering stuff that the potato's already done, Melton's already done, and in typical Carl fashion, being late to the party, now he's back covering me. Okay, guys, before we get to Carl, let me get to some of these. I don't want to neglect you in case it's on brand, on topic like this one. If I would have brought this up 20 minutes later, wouldn't make much sense. Thank you, Mint Diggity, who's been a member for 3 months. We'll see you in AC. Can we get a Clearwater last minute for Kill Kevin in AC? That's going to require more money, which we don't have.
Fuck yeah.
But I'd love for him to join us. If Clearwater Chad wants to come, we're already at capacity. Oh, speaking of AC, we're very close to the 7-day mark where you can't refund. So that'll be great. So the people that are just refunding to be funny, we'll be at full capacity. And I just talked to the people in charge today, everyone involved. We have the whole Tennessee Beer Hall to ourselves. It's not open to the public. It's a private event because it's sold out. It's at capacity. They're opening up on Thursday of this week coming up. And they're doing soft open and they're doing something Friday, but Saturday belongs to us. So if you're just a patron and you're just going to show up, you're not going to get in unless you have a ticket. That's just the bottom line and a lanyard. So we got the whole place to ourselves, which is going to be fun. So everyone there is going to be for the show. There's no like regular patrons. So that's good to know. We have it all to ourselves. So that's going to be fun. Leading the charge as always, Stephen Bravo. Gifting 1, open up your membership tabs, accept gifted memberships. And Stephen Bravo's YouTube is Stephen Bravo Show. Subscribe. I yet to make a graphic. I apologize. I've been very busy. And Stu John, or was it, who's promoting you? The $100 sponsor. Was it Craig? Yeah, it was Craig that's sponsoring you. He's a $100 tier sponsor promoting your YouTube. It's Stephen Bravo Show on YouTube. Go subscribe. And Stephen Bravo, another $100 tier, is promoting Kevin's soundboard. There he is. They're killing it over there. We're going to see them in AC, him, Miss Maiden. YouTube.com / Kevin's soundboard. Subscribe if you haven't done it. Do it now. Shout out to all the $100 sponsors for the month of January. We're cleaning up shop tonight, guys. And hopefully you'll renew for the month of February. And I'm in talks. I can't tell you. There's so much going on that I can't talk about. I can't talk about it. It sucks. My $100 sponsors are great. Of course, Lisa Stewart, Perry Skincare. Use the promo code CHAD10. Get 10% off your order. We sold a shitload of this. I don't know if we sold any to this fucking monster, but I'm telling you, man, Perry Skincare and infrared sauna will get rid of the Melton measles or monkeypox or whatever the fuck they are. I just know you're hard to look at. Coach Dela, oh my God, gifting 1. That's rare. Holy shit. Thank you, Coach Dela, for gifting a membership. Best way to support Coach Dela becoming a member. What the fuck is going on? What is happening over here? Why is this going down? God damn it, Matt.
You know better.
Thank you. W-Man Fair Shark. Fair Shark. Yes. He wants me to call me the Fair Shark. He sent me a DM. On my Instagram, which I'm on the most. Follow me on Instagram. You should change your name to the Fair Shark because you're the one, you're one of the only guys in this universe who is fair when you go after people. Yes. I don't know how Fair Shark shirts would sell, but I get it. Thank you very much. W-Man, let's spread the wealth, the love. W-Man is on YouTube. Dabbleversity, Cash App, W-Man1. You guys want to support him? He's another clipper doing his thing over there. Coach Dela. I don't know if Coach Dela is undercover, but I'll take it.
Fuck yeah.
Chad, you did this to you. You brought Melton in. You got, what's that? Savored and brought Melton in. Scared and brought Melton in. You can't unbreak the mirror. I'm well aware of it. I'm well aware I brought Melton into this world, and it is what it is. People take advantage of people's kindness. They use people. They're backstabbers. But Melton's in with the right crew. He's in with the backstabbing crew of all the fucking assholes that will turn you over for a view or a click or $1. And you know who these people are. Any way they can do $1 or a view, they'll join forces. They'll throw you under the bus. They'll fuck you over. They'll lie about you. And she started it all. And yes, Frank, I'm calling your wife a horse. Do something. All of them. Anyways. Oh, God damn it, Matt. I want to bring this up, but I want to get all this housekeeping out of the way before we jump into it. Today is a very special birthday for one of our people, community. We all know is Firm, who's a good contributor to the show. Super nice guy. Unfortunately, going through some hardships right now. I brought it up, I think, last week. and some of you generously donated to his GoFundMe. And as he's been a very good contributor, but he's fallen on some hard times. He's a disabled truck driver. He's trying to raise some funds to pay for his medical expenses because he's getting fucked over by, of course, the medical system. Ray can understand. But he's been working his whole life. He doesn't ask for handouts. He's embarrassed to ask, so it took a lot for him. I actually said, you should start a GoFundMe, and he did. And he needs a couple bucks. So before you super chat me today, or just go to his, here, let me tweet it out right now if you guys want to donate. Because he's a real nice guy, and he's been so supportive of what I'm doing. I'm tweeting it right now. Help a brother out. And I got a affection for truck drivers because I come from a family of truck drivers and military people. Everyone in my family's pretty much served in the military except for me. I was the coward. But my grandfather was a truck driver. He owned a trucking company. My Uncle Ben owned a trucking company. That's why I love the old trucker movies. When I was 5 years old, when I was living with my grandparents, my mom and I, my grandfather would come home at 5 from working from 4 in the morning, and he would pick me up. We'd ride on the truck all the way to the garage every day. Then we'd come back and we watch Hogan's Heroes. So I have a fond memory of truck drivers out there. Shout out to all the truckers. If I had a trucker horn, I'd play it, but I don't. Eastbound and down, load them up in trucking. We're going to do what they say can't be done. I just tweeted out if you guys want to go help Fern him out. Happy birthday. He's a good man. He's a good man. Oh, they just keep coming, everybody. They just keep coming. Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famers, you know them. You love them. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the show, Josh and Kim Johnson. Gifting 10 memberships on a Friday. Shout out to Josh and Kim Johnson. Look at them. They're in love. They love each other, and we love them back. We love them back. Thank you, Josh and Kim Johnson. You guys are the real deal, and it means a lot. And it just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. We got Eva gifting 5 memberships. Shout out to Eva doing her thing, doing her thing. Hey, if you got a membership, woo! Thank you so much, Eva. Always a pleasure to see you. Holy shit, Coach Dela, what the fuck, Matt? What is going on? Someone's doing well. Thank you for gifting another one. Why you let Melton snipe you? Snipe him back at the end. Is he doing it again? Great. It's like so tired. It's so exhausted. It's just stupid. It's all right. Whatever, dude. He knows when I go on. It's not. How about do a show? How about do a show? You can't. How about making it transformative? So yeah, good job there, Melt. You're doing a good job over there. You're fucking doing it. You're clever. You're smart. There's a reason why you fucking phased out in comedy. So anyways, guys, you saw the cover of the show. Carl's back at it again. And of course, Carl can't go one-on-one. And I challenge you, Carl. I do challenge you, Carl, to do a show just by yourself and cover people. No security blanket, no Jetty Jingles, no Chris the producer, no talent like Pat Oates, no Adam Bush. Do it by yourself for 2 hours. You can't. You need backup at all times. Like Melton right now sniping me. You need the puppet. You need the potato. You're all about the pile on. That's your MO. You're like Chrissy Mayer, pile on for profit. Where can I get another view? Where can I get another buck? That's how you play. You've always been that way. And that's what you do. That's what you do. But I challenge you to do one episode of WATP by yourself with no help, covering people, without people fake laughing at you, without people agreeing with you, because that's all your show is. That's all it is. None of these people are authentic. They lie. And I just continue to show them that they're lying. That's all I'm doing. And Carl is the first to tell you, he's a liar. He's a liar. He's a loser. He's a liar. Everyone's a liar and a loser to Carl. Everyone's a liar and a loser to Carl. But when it comes down to it, Carl's the loser. Carl's the liar. That's why he says everyone lies. And we're keeping track. We're keeping track of Carl's lies. We're starting now. We started yesterday, January 30th. Carl lied about saying, I do my show 3 hours every day. And you can go see the timestamps. They're an hour and a half plus, maybe 2 hours tops. And I pointed out in 2024, I did 4 3-hour shows. 2 of them were with Kevin Brennan because he was running late. Carl also said I only had 8 sound effects on my Rodecaster. And then I played them all yesterday. So those were 2 lies that we picked up on. Now we're going to watch another WATP clip and we're going to point out some more lies. This is going to be my fun game. Carl's Lies. Carl's Lies is the new game. And he can't deny it because we're just going to point out the lies. He always wants video receipts. We're going to show it in real time. If I had production and if I had graphics, I'd go ahead and do so now, but I don't. Hit the like button. It's happening. And again, this coverage right now, it's already been covered by Melton. It's already been covered by the Potato and Tukey. They all got to join forces like a nerd Voltron. A nerd Voltron. And Adam Bush, who I think is a good guy with this stuff. No hard feelings with Adam Bush. But he's getting in on this stuff now. He's late to the game. And there's a lot of things I'll point out. He doesn't know what's going on. He's unaware. And I'm not going to be mad at Adam Bush. He just doesn't know. So let's enjoy this together. We're going to do a little WATP, except I don't have ball washers and people to agree with me.
Was not happy with us putting out a bonus show. He tweeted about it. Professional Weasel / backstabbing Carl at Who Are These Pod is coming back at me.
And I got to be honest, I purposely did this. I knew this. I set Carl up to see if he would come after me. Hook, line, and sinker. It worked.
Because he's losing Patreon members and his super chats are drying up. Teaming up with Pedo Melt isn't working.
Pedo Melt.
He had a whole thing on me today, Patreon only, and I would love to see it. Please DM the show.
Wait, is coming back at me?
Well, right. He created a show called Cucks. We talked about it. It's the 221st episode. We've never talked about it before.
Right.
And I am...
Okay, this is where Adam's in the dark here. Adam's in the dark because he says, wait, he's coming back at me? And then Carl's like, wait, we never covered him. This is what I was talking about in the tweet. Carl, for a year straight, 1 year straight, nonstop, was covering me. And even self-admitted, he's way too personal. He was piling on with Steel Toe. Carl was in business with Steel Toe. He was in business with Chrissy Mayer. And they were all trying, like they're doing now, like Melton and all of them. They're all trying to like join forces and bring me down. I've been through it. I've done it. Unfortunately, last time I wasn't in a good place. I wasn't focused. I was drunk. I was a problem. But this time around, let's go. Do you think I want to hang out with any of you people? Like Melton, you're watching right now. Probably on your ass, on your laptop, vaping. I've talked to people that you know and I know. You're hated. You burned every working relationship. You're not that guy. You're just not. So this is your last stop. This community of Puppet and Carl. This is all you got. So this is what I was talking about, Adam. I brought receipts. This is just a little Google search in YouTube of CHADZUMOCK and Who Are These Podcasts. The sniper can't be sniped. I used to call myself the sniper when I was doing Kevin's show. then sniping was gay. And of course, Melton still runs with it because he has no ideas. And this one right here with Kevin, when Kevin and I were fighting. Here's another one about losing the roast of Ray. Chad's a phony. Look at these. Chad desperate for attention. Chad's an idiot. This is all Carl coming after me. Hack. The potato makes Chad angry. Chad getting Rob Salt fired. Well, that was recent. The black eye. Like, it's just nonstop of coverage of me. Chad hits rock bottom. There's got to be at least 57 videos of Carl covering me. So that's what I was talking about there, Adam. And I'll get to your super chats in a second. So stay with me. I just got to point out the stuff.
One of the main things he talks about there, and then we review his show and he goes, "Oh, I guess Carl's failing." Like, wait, what?
And he says it right there. Coming back at me implies you started it.
Correct.
He did. Correct. He started this. And then yesterday on the show, when I went over his clip, I said he finally, after a year and a half, reviewed Cumia'S Cucks. So obviously they didn't see it or they're playing dumb. And I believe Adam Bush, if I'm not mistaken, was in the chat yesterday. And he left a super tip, or not a super tip, a super chat. And we'll talk about that. Why are you so worried what Adam thinks you piazza? I like your name, Chrissy's Down syndrome baby, but I don't know. I'm not worried about what Adam thinks. I'm just pointing out things. You gotta curate this stuff.
He did it first, and he is retaliating. What the fuck? Where did this come from?
It's ridiculous.
It makes perfect sense. Adam doesn't know. He doesn't know Carl covered me for a year and a half relentlessly. So you're off the hook. You don't know. And Carl's playing dumb. Carl's lying again. Actually, you know what? I'm going to write that down for another Carl lie. He said he wasn't covered. This is the first time. I could say miscommunication, but I'm just going to say another Carl lie. Carl never covered me. I drew first blood. And it was actually Chrissy who told Carl, Chrissy and Frank, to tell Carl they need to pile on along with Anthony. This is how it all got started. We got to put this together, guys. So he was in business with Steel Toe. He was in business with Carl. This guy will stab you in the back for a view, pay for profit, anything he can do for a view or a profit.
Doesn't make any sense. But also, Chad has that mindset like a loser, because he is a loser.
He's a loser.
Well, Carl isn't doing.
And again, a loser. He's a loser. He's like Rob Salt. He's a loser. He's just a loser. He's a loser. So everyone to Carl is a loser and a liar. And we're going to point out in this clip, Carl is nothing but a loser and a liar. The biggest liar next to Melton, his buddy, his partner.
Doing as well. And what does that do for you, Chad? He has fewer people on Patreon supporting him. Well, then you must be rolling in dough, Chad. Yeah. Is that how that works? Are you winning at life now?
Buy us something.
You must be killing it. I like some of the replies to this tweet. Go steal a card and buy it for yourself, bitch.
And this is another thing Carl does. He isolates 2 replies and not the rest. It's called controlling the narrative. He isolates 2 shitty replies, not all of them. And he just wants to point out, oh my God, Chad's a loser. Oh my God, he's an idiot. No, I'm just pointing out that you're desperate. And your numbers are down. And that's why you're doing what you're doing. You're piling on for profit. I continue to say so. I don't do that. I never went into business with Steel Toe. From day one, I said, this guy's a douche. Even when he was trying to align himself with me, I'm like, I'm not interested. These guys are garbage. I could easily do that like you do. It's not authentic. It's not genuine. It's not coming from a good place. So I watch this and I see what you do. I know how you operate. I get it. I know what you're doing. So that's what I'm pointing out. Do I want you to fail? I care less. Do I tell people to unsubscribe? No. Go ahead. I don't care. I'm not a fan. It's very basic bitch shit. There's not a lot of originality to it. Anybody can do what I'm doing and what he does. Fucking Gearox is doing it right now. Fucking Gearox is playing clips and commenting.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
like 90 views.
Bitch tits. Yes. It's $5. You need someone to DM it to you? It's $5 to get on our Patreon.
I don't want to sign up. I don't want to give you $1. I know I super chatted you that one day, and the only reason I did that is because you guys were saying I was lying that the Cape Coral sergeant didn't call me, and I had to set the record straight, and I had to give you the number and the name of the officer so you could verify it, because you wouldn't have not have read it on air if I didn't send a super chat. But I'm not going to sign up for your Patreon. Besides, fuck Patreon.
And get the episode.
For personal feelings.
Proctor13 says, he was and will continue to be way more successful than anything you've done, so cope harder, bro. So thank you very much for that, guys. Appreciate the support. I want to talk about this. chad-zumock put out a video of MLC.
He did.
And he does a great job. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite Clippers. Love you too.
Pandering to the Clippers. My only criticism to chad-zumock, I don't think he's a fan of mine. That's fine. Don't make the audio fast. It's annoying. I can't watch it. Just let it play at regular speed. So when these Clippers are making things, I don't like it. That's just my personal preference. Let me get to a couple of these real quick. Tone Traveler became a member. Thank you very much. Open up your tabs, become members, or sign up. And if you do get a membership gifted, please consider signing back up again. I keep it up behind a paywall, so things are happening. Do a show without drops. Tell Melton to do a show without drops. Tell him to do a show without AI voices. Tell Carl to do a show without AI voices. Tell everybody to do the same thing. Tell Carl to do a show by himself. By himself. Yeah. How about that? I know you don't want to be on the losing side. Everybody wants to be on the winning side. I'm gonna go through the storm once again, and then I'm gonna come out on the other side victorious, like I always did. It's John Rambo, First Blood, taking on the National Guard. I've done it many, many of times. I'm not scared. I don't give a fuck. Melton sucks. Carl sucks. I'm ready. But I get it. Nobody wants to look like they were wrong. I understand. I get it. I've seen it. You know how many times people come back and I was wrong about you, Mud Shark. Z-Man, I was wrong. I thought, American Cupcake was one of them. Fuck it. I get it all the time. It's fine. It's fine. I'm always like whatever you want, but they're like, you got to be territorial. You got to join a side. No, I don't join sides. Like Adam Bush is clearly trying to get on this side. That's fine. He's trying to get something going. I have friends in Hollywood in the entertainment industry. I actually talked to Nick Swartzen. There's a lot of actors on tour right now that are comedians like David Spade, Whitney Cummings, because there's nothing going on in Hollywood. There's not a lot of roles. There's not a lot of business. So they're going out on the road to get their money. He's trying to get something going. I get it. I understand. It's not personal. It is what it is. And Carl does have a successful show. It does. He's been around. He copied Jocktober, got in with Cumia and E-Rock. They elevated him, made some money. He got in with the Drew guy in Detroit who's been around, according to Dave Lando, who's a friend of mine. He's been around for a long time. He gets in with, he's like Chrissy Mayer. He looks for the people that have subs and views and who can I partner up with? Who can I pair up with? I don't do that. I go into business with Tony Mazer and Earl Schenkel, who no one watches. Because I'm authentic. It's genuine. It's coming from a good place. I like them. I'm not using them. But Carl, he's just like Chrissy. Okay, he has more subs. He's got a lot of viewers. Okay, we'll work together. I mean, she just stabbed her godmother of her kid in the back. That's who we're dealing with here. I'm the only one in the shit that's authentic and genuine. You know, if it's a beef, it's a beef. If you know I'm doing something with someone, it's genuine. It's not pile on for profit. All right, let me get back to this. Sorry. Pull this up real quick. Breaking news. Melton doesn't go live a lot anymore because his slow wife is getting out of her cage. Whoa! Thank you. Jack Brennan. Chad, go on Patreon. Stop talking about fighting people so you don't get the ban hammer. Again, have $10 tier and I'm in. Local sucks. Well, listen, I'm at the 2-month period where you can reapply, and I was looking to build my own, but it's just way too expensive and it's just too much work that I'm not interested in. I just simply don't have the time. And Patreon was good, but Locals is pretty cool too. You could sign up for as little as $5, but I'm going to reapply. And if I am back on Patreon, we'll see. I don't know. I don't trust them because it looks like you can get struck for bullshit. And I'm warning everybody. I'm telling you, everyone waved to Melton stealing Chad's show. It's very lazy, like his exercise, like everything he does is just lazy. Yeah, I mean, eventually a strike's going to get hit. People are striking him right now. It is what it is. Okay, let's get back to this because I got a lot to get to.
Doom. But chad-zumock does a thing where he puts a lot of context to things and he puts some overlays to explain what's funny about the things that are happening. And so they're organizing this event. And this is the whole Rob Saul thing where they're going to have this Kill Kevin event, a live podcast at Atlantic City the night before the Super Bowl. Everyone's going there to meet up. They're going to do a live show.
Thanks for the plug.
At this bar that holds 60 people.
Oh, by the way, Carl, you know who wants to come to this? Carl? You know who DM'd me begging to come to this event? I have it if you want to see it. If you don't believe me. Let me see if I can find it just so we can show receipts. Actually, I'll just email it because there's some other private stuff in here. Your brother and your sister-in-law begging to come. Your family wants to come as fans to Kill Kevin at the Tennessee Beer Hall. Again, the whole room there is going to be ours. It's a private event now, so there's no locals or anything. Got a hell of a deal. So Carl with the setup.
And there's already problems. There's a lot of problems going on because it holds 60 people and they sold tickets for $20 a piece.
Yep.
So $1,200 is the ceiling.
Yep.
For what they can make on ticket sales.
Yep.
And that's not a lot of money.
No.
Considering the expenses that are involved.
So, Chad, how are we going to make money now if I'm paying $600 for a room at the?
Is that how much they went up?
There's a $200 fee. So no matter what I pay, it's going to be a lot.
Holy shit!
No, that's Bochetti's room, and there's no double beds were $1,200.
Wow. I don't know.
So that's without the fee. So there'd be $1,500. So again, is Bochetti even going to go? I mean, he likes to cancel.
No, I mean he's going. He's pumped. He won't stop talking about it. But
okay,
no,
is he bringing?
Don't fast forward this audio. It's very distracting. I hate it. Just let it play. It's not like you're saving time on this. Just let the fucking audio play. We sound like fucking. It's so distracting. I hate watching it.
Brother, is him and brother going to share a king bed?
Talking like Micro Machine guys to date myself. I don't think his brother's coming. I think he's just coming.
Okay, but how much are we paying Bochetti?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you off. I don't want to say it on the thing, but I'll do whatever you want to do. It's all you, man. I'll split it. I'll do anything. I'm going to break this down because Carl, of course, doesn't get it. He's not in tune. His lens is terrible. So we'll let this one play for a little bit, and then I'll comment. It's very hard to do. I'll take whatever you want to do. I'll let you look at the net on my YouTube. Or whatever, sorry, Carl. Whatever you want. Carl, sorry. I remember your criticism of my show yesterday. I make myself small. I do that when I'm talking, and then I make myself small so you can see the video. I know. I'm a little kid playing with a toy. Or I'm aware of my audience watching, Carl. Sorry.
Well, I mean, it's fucking expensive. Maybe we should charge more for the tickets.
I know.
So Chad is such a pussy and a pushover when it comes to Kevin Brennan. I'm sorry. Did I do it wrong? You could take all the money. I
never said I'm sorry. That never happened. Another lie. Carl, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Never, we can rewind it. I don't have time. Never once said I'm sorry. All right, before we break this down, this is exactly how it played out. And I have all the timestamps. I wanted to do a live event, a live podcast. I wanted to do this last year before Kevin and I, a live MLC. And luckily, Kevin was open to the idea this time around. I said, I'll take care of it. I'll put it together. Live podcast. And we secured a venue, got a good deal. Now it's a private event. It's great. It's intimate. And the idea was just to get fans to come. Kevin originally didn't want to charge a dime. I have the clip. A penny. And I said, Kevin, we got to charge something for the equipment, possibly the venue, possibly a door guy. Kevin didn't want to charge anything. So I said, at least $10. We're not looking to grift. We're just looking to let it finance. We're not trying to pull a Melton and $250 for a VIP so you can meet Carl. Oh my God, it's Carl for $250. Oh my God, this is amazing. For a fucking mailed in event like Melton's show last year, the pay-per-view was shitty. They charged for that. They only had 2 camera angles from the side. Melton just showed up, threw Brian Johnson on. Didn't even play steel toe clips. They just talked about steel toe for an hour and a half. It was terrible. My buddy Jack went there and he said he left. It was bad. It was just a bad show. He did say Carl's show was well organized. He gave that compliment. His show was well organized. And I'm sure Dr. Steve's going to be great. It's not worth it to me. The selling point on Melton's whole show is Vegas. That's it. Going to Vegas. If you're a Vegas or you're a gambler, that's a place to be. My idea was just a get together for it to pay for itself. I wasn't looking to grift money making. Okay. We weren't doing VIPs, packages. We weren't doing, and again, it's just a gig. It's a gig. We're doing a gig, a live podcast. That's it. We're not going to dinner for all the high rollers. If you pay a certain amount, you can eat with Melton. Melton loves dinners. He loves eating. He's been eating with twinks for 21 years. We're going to breakfast. We're going to lunch. We're going to dinner. They never go exercising. They never do anything else besides eat. A glutton fat pig with zero self-control. That's what Melton is. Anyways, long story short, that's just a side note because he's watching. So this was never like, let's make some money. It was just like, let's do something with the fans. Maybe pay for itself. Maybe make a couple bucks. Just a couple. So let me set that up before Carl goes into this. Oh my God, because I saw Melton do this. So let me do it. I'm last to the dance.
I apologize. I messed up. My bad.
Never said I apologize.
They're in panic mode right now. Wait, we got to pay. We asked Mike Bichetti to do it. We got to pay him. Kevin Brennan's like, I'm looking at hotel rooms. It's going to cost me hundreds of dollars for this.
Yep.
Do we have enough money? Now, I want to remind people that Chad wanted to make this show $10. And Kevin Brennan said, let's make it 20.
Kevin Brennan wanted to make it free. I said, can we at least make it 10? And then we agreed on 20. Another Carl lie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lies since yesterday. And that's I can't go back in time. We're gonna do all the lies all year long. Chad said 10. Kevin said 20. That's another lie.
And the reason why Chad wanted to make it $10 is because A, he has no confidence that they're going to put on a good show. He doesn't want people.
Another lie. Chad has no confidence. No, because I don't want to rip off the audience. I want to do something nice for the people, Carl. So another lie.
But also, it's because he was trying to say that Hackamania is overpriced and it's a grift. Fucking, they're charging so much money for Hackamania. Yeah, Chad, I know you don't organize things ever because you're a loser. But
I know you don't organize things ever because you're a loser. Again, this is Rob Salt comebacks. You're a loser. You're just a loser. You're just a loser. No, I don't organize events because I'm not a party planner. I'm not a faggot. Melton's a party planner. He's the guy who goes to the party station, gets the balloons. He's the organizer. That's what he does. He's not a comedian. He's a party planner. He's an event coordinator. I don't get off on that. I don't like it. It's not fun. I'll just do what the necessary things I got to do. I got to do what I got to do to get things done. That's what I do. It's not because I'm a loser, because I have better things to do besides book flights and go to the party store for balloons and call the chair place for chairs and tables. I don't want to do that. I have other things to do. I have friends to meet up with. I have gigs to do. Okay? It's not because I'm a loser. Go ahead.
But there's a lot of overhead. You're learning about that just in Atlantic City.
No, what am I learning? There's no overhead. There's no overhead. I just wanted to pay for itself and make a few bucks on the side. We're not looking to book hotel rooms for people. We're not looking to fly people in. Go ahead.
Melton's flying everyone out to Vegas for 4 days. Very different. There's a lot of overhead here. A lot of expenses that are incurred.
Yeah, for a mailed-in show. For a show with very little talent on the roster. I mean, you're in Las Vegas with some of the best performers. You're trying to tell me in Melton's 22-year podcast career, he hasn't met anyone better than you. A performer? Because he has no relationships left. He can't book a good comic there. He has to rely on the WATP community to get people there. He has to rely on you and Dr. Steve to sell tickets. And even the Tukey, Rocco. He can't do it on his own. Melton can't do it on his own.
And Chad's like, $20? That seems like a lot. And now they got $1,200 to split up between Kevin and Mike Buschetti, who, what a talent. Smart getting him on the fucking show.
You know what it is, Carl? People like Buschetti. He's fun. He's a part of our little community, the WATP. They love him. We put up 3 polls. Who do you want to see there? Ray DeVito, Mike Buschetti, Bob Levy, or Kristen Carney? Everyone wanted to see Buschetti. He's beloved. He's a great guy. It's hilarious. But let's talk about talents. Like Melton, who didn't even do stand-up at his own gig, his own event where he's promoting he was doing stand-up. Let's talk about talents. Ray DeVito, flying him in. Pat Dixon, who missed his gig because he was all high on Adderall. Let's talk about tremendous talents. Huh? And again, we weren't looking to make money. We're not trying to grift this audience out of money. Did you see at the beginning of the show? I put up a GoFundMe for one of my listeners. I said, donate to him today. It's his birthday. He's disabled. Melton wants every fucking cent from everybody. That's why he does 6-hour programs. He's shaking the piggy bank. He's shaking the pennies out of you. He's the reason why he's sniping me right now. He tries to get every cent he can going live, every penny. And then he tries to turn super chatters against people. And then he tries to shame them into donating. He tries to shame them into liking other programs. This is what you guys do. I'm sorry, Adam. Open your eyes, Mr. Bush.
Kevin Brennan. Did I say that already? Chad.
Probably.
I mean, Chad's got to fly up from Tampa. He's got to find a place to sleep. He's trying to get one of the listeners to get him a hotel room.
Another lie. Another lie from Carl saying, I'm trying to get a listener to get me a hotel. Wow, we're only how many minutes in? 4:52. Chad's trying to get a listener to get him a hotel. I got my own hotel and I paid for my own expenses to get up here. I flew myself. I said I did ask one of the high rollers to get Buschetti a hotel. If anybody was interested, you don't have to. They did for Mike. And then I was going to pay him myself. Chad listener hotel. That's a lie. I don't know if we're going to get through this.
Room.
The $1,200 is spent.
Oh, yeah. And then some. And then they find out there's even more overhead.
I still got to pay the $200 fee. So even if they got the room cheap, I didn't book the room in advance because I don't want to jinx the Eagles. Also, it's like I don't really even know what's going on. How much we're paying John, the producer? It's like, I mean, he's getting a big portion of the gross at the door.
Okay. So neither of these retards know how to run
I'm
a
listening.
live show? They don't have a clue, and they want to be able to stream it and get super chats. So that's where this guy Blade, aka John, but I prefer Blade. That's his new cool name from Win by 2. He's like, guys, I can do this. I'll set it all up. He's going to bring all the equipment. He's going to get it all set up so they can do a live stream, kill Kevin. They're going to have comics come up and perform, and Kevin's going to rag on them, and they're going to get super chats. But then there's this guy who's bringing all his equipment and producing it and making it all happen.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, we got to pay Kevin, Chad, Mike Bichetti, Blake.
Kevin says he doesn't want money. We do have to pay John from Win by 2 because he's bringing it all. He's the one who pitched it to me, and I thought it was great. He wants to do something. He's got all the equipment. He knows how to do it. He's been doing it, and yeah. So we got to pay a guy who's doing all the work. Makes sense to me. Makes a lot of sense to me.
Paid and put everyone up in hotel rooms, and travel isn't.
No, travel's not involved. We're not putting people up in hotel rooms. It's a gig. It's a gig, not an event. It's a gig.
Involved.
We might want to drink a drink or two.
Oh no.
All right, Chris. There you go.
What could go wrong live streaming from a venue you've never been in before?
Right. Well, did Chad show
and that's where Adam doesn't know what's going on, and that's fine.
Last year, they did with Gino Bisconti.
Oh.
They did a stand-up show that was not streamed or broadcast, and Chad didn't bring anything, and they didn't have a proper PA system, and no one could hear the comics.
So, like, I gotta point this out. You got to keep receipts. You got to tell people how this really went. I was in touch with the old owner. We have a brand new owner. This guy's got his shit together. I said, all I need is security, a working PA system, a stool, lights, microphone, and a stage. No problem. No problem. I land in AC. Ken Mosca takes me there. There's a private event. We can't get in. Like this one's going to be. I said, how can they fuck this up? All I need is a microphone, PA, stool, lights, and stage. We come there. The mic's not plugged in. The mic doesn't have battery. It was horrible. It was a terrible show. Everyone there bombed, but everyone had a good time. So I gotta point that out. We gotta point it out because Carl likes to twist it. Everyone likes to twist the thing and how it was, and I have to tell you how it really was. What it was.
Stuttering John saved the day.
So you had to stand up and tell everyone to shut up so that people can hear Keanu's set.
So then he could list all the bombs that have existed since the beginning of time to
That's
describe
right.
Chad's
Him
set.
and his buddy were making jokes about Chad's terrible jokes.
This is how desperate is Carl hates on me, and he wants he's defending John now, who lied. He's like, Stuttering John was making jokes about Chad's terrible jokes. He's defending John now. First of all, John never said that. That never happened. He lied. Of course, Carl's like, oh, it's against Chad, so I'm going to go with it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. If you really want to get realistic, nobody bombed harder, as Bill from Jersey is my witness, anybody that was there, than Keanu. I kind of got things going with a shitty PA mic, and then Gino just ran him away. But we didn't go over those videos, did we? Oh my God, these guys are just...
Isn't Kevin going to be distracted the whole time taking pictures of super chats with his phone?
All right, see, funny line. That's funny. That's a joke. Adam brought a joke. I'm going to play this fair. Like I just call it like I see it. Adam just said a funny joke. There it is. Topical, on point.
We're going to watch the comedy.
Well, yeah, we're going to find out how this is all going to work.
I think if between ticket sales and super chats, we'll be all right. We'll get all the money.
So Chad is counting on, because now we have $1,200. He's like, well, we better get a shit ton of super chats to make all this work.
I never said we better get a shit ton of super chats to make us. You see how Carl has this lens and his perspective, and he just twists things. Do you see it? I never said we better get a shitload of super. If we get 2 super chats, I don't care. It's just part of the show. First part's going to be MLC Live, reading super chats, interacting, talking. Second part's kill Kevin. Bring a guy up, do 1 minute stand-up. We talk to him. That's it. We thought it would be funny if Mike Bichetti headlined it because he's beloved and he's silly and it's fun. And plus the super chats talking to Mike Bichetti and him talking roast, it'll be great. He doesn't know. He's an idiot. You guys know this. I don't have to explain this anymore. Do I? Hit the like button.
And like, what are you basing that on? What are you basing that? So this is good news. It means they're going to have to broadcast it. So I'm not normally a guy who snipes things.
I see where you're going with this.
But I remember DabbleCon 2, where Kevin Brennan was all excited about sniping our show.
Yeah, they are pot committed at this point.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. Now, Carl's in the sniping business. I mean, I made it something with MLC when we were at odds. And then I got beaten to death. Ran over. Now Melton's doing it. He still calls me the sniper so he can get a couple super chats and steal my content. Be sure to go strike his channel. Please keep doing it. One of them will hit. I'm not going to do it, but I know people that are. Now Carl's in the sniping game, just like he was late to Silk City Hot Sauce, like he was late to covering his friend and co-worker Steel Toe. He's in. Now Carl's gonna snipe. Of course Carl's gonna snipe. He's in. Because he's the last one to do it. He's the last one to do it, of course. Good idea, Carl. Where did you see that?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a show to snipe for sure. So during this episode, I want to get to him talking about me. Obviously, we'll get to that, but there's a couple things that stood out to me. Chad's complaining about Cardiff on here. This is his big complaint about Cardiff Electric.
He's the one who's afraid of everything and everyone. You can't talk shit when you're anonymous. You're a pussy. All right, I talked about this on my coverage yesterday. I got to fast forward. Basically, I'll just set up what he said. He said, I call Cardiff not original. He's a cornball. I just don't find him funny. So Carl's big comeback is he plays the hype train that I make fun of, that we're all in on the joke with. So he thinks, Chad's corny or Cardiff's corny. So they all got to ball wash each other and stick up for one another. But we all know, obviously, the hype train's the worst. It's terrible. It's hilarious. That's why it's funny. We're making fun of Steel Toe because he couldn't hit the goal without it. So I took it, and then he just quit doing it. He gave up on it because I was making all kinds of money, and he says, it's not mine anymore. Now Steel Toe brought it back because he saw me making money. That's the funny part. Why do I have to explain humor to Carl? Because we've seen his sketch. You saw the isotope sketch? That's his idea of funny. So anyways, let me fast forward this because I can't spend all day on this. For some reason, there's Michael Rappaport.
Goes out of that.
It does.
He's going to claim that he's making fun of this, isn't he? I'm not doing it for real. I'm just making fun of it, but also accepting.
So Adam saw me say this yesterday. I know he did, because that's exactly what I said. So Adam was watching the show yesterday. He super chatted. He's like, he's just going to say he's making fun of this, right? So he saw me say that. So he wanted to act like he was one. Adam, he did that. Trust me. Now here's Carl.
The real money, please give.
And you can get away with that for a couple of weeks, maybe? Yeah. Maybe a month. He's been doing this for a year or 2 years now. It was the origins of it. He was making fun of Aaron, and now he's just doing it as a bit.
No. It is a bit. It's a funny bit. It came out. It's so dumb and silly. People still like it because it's so retarded. It is a bit. Now we're going to get into some other bits. I love this. I love it. I'm doing exactly what Carl did. This is my criticism of his criticism and calling him out for his bullshit.
Do you remember when John learned from someone when he would always make fun of Kevin for saying, we're doing it? And somebody said, Kevin's mocking someone. And he was, I didn't know that. I won't do that again. Chad is doing. This is not mocking. He's just doing.
Okay, this is where Adam again, I hope you're watching, Adam. This is where you're in the dark. Do you know where we're doing it came from? This is where it came from. About a year and a half ago, and Carl knows because he covered it. I was drunk out of my mind and I did a stream. I was depressed and I went live. And the only thing I could say was, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. And everyone made fun of, we're doing it. We're doing it. And then Kevin started, and everyone started saying, we're doing it. So I said, lean into it. Lean into it. So now I say, we're doing it. It's more making fun of me. And I have shirts that I'll be selling at the event, stickers, everything you want. So Where they saw it was from me, Adam. Just want to make it clear, you haven't been around a long time. You're obviously getting fed stuff from Carl and everybody, that side. So you don't know the full story. Carl likes to, totally manipulate what actually happened. So I got to fill you in on what, I don't know where you stand in politics, but what I like to do is I like to watch CNN, then I like to watch headline. I like to go back and forth and then make my own decision. And I'm just giving that to you. You can make your own decision after that, but that's where it came from. I didn't see somebody do it. I said it. So go ahead, Carl. Why did I say it?
Doing it.
He's wearing a "We're Doing It" t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
He takes everything on that he sees other people do.
I took something on that I saw me do. I saw me do it. Okay. Go ahead. What else?
And then makes that his persona, because he's not a person. He used to wear Argyle sweaters. That used to be his thing.
Yes. 15, 20 years ago. Yes. Yes, I did. It was an homage to my old sketch group, and it was an homage to Jim Tressel, the former Ohio State coach. And I started wearing them, and it became a thing. And it was a huge thing for a long time. So go ahead. You wear WATP shirts. We've seen it. That inspired Steel Toe to wear Steel Toe shirts. And now Melton wears his clothing.
He's always looking for, what's my identity? He doesn't know. Is he a dirty comic, or does he talk about...
Am I a dirty comic? What is my identity? Am I a dirty comic, or
his experience at Kmart?
Or my experience at Kmart? Am I a dirty comic, or my experience at Kmart? These are the questions I struggle with daily, Carl.
He doesn't know what he is.
He's whatever we want him to be. He will happily become.
One thing I do know is...
All right, see, that's a little funny little thing. But Carl's observation, he doesn't think I know who I am. I don't... Am I a dirty comic? Am I a prop comic? Or am I a gamer? Am I a gamer like Chrissy Mayer? Or am I a right-wing political pundit? What am I? I don't know. Am I an improv actress? Am I a feminist? What am I? What am I? I don't know. Shit. Good observation, Carl.
The chat is short. And this is really starting to bother when people are pointing out how short he is.
Why are the tippy toes with Joey C? You're 5'6", embrace it.
I'm 5'9". There's actually one ticket available. Again. It's literally, I'm 5'9". It's not even argue. I mean, whatever you guys want to do to prove it, I'm fine with that.
Oh, whatever you guys want to do to prove it.
So this is him with Joey C. You and I both met Joey C. We've hung out with him a couple of times. He is this is what I like about chad-zumock. He shows the photo. Chad's on his tippy toes. You can see right there.
Not that I have to explain this, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. Because first of all, they did this last year. And I have 1 foot planted and 1 foot up. And they're saying, first of all, I don't give a fuck. I'm 5'9.5". That's a fact, Jack. And I put a photo on the thumbnail of me standing flat-footed with Converse on, right next to Anthony Cumia, who's supposed to be 5'10", according to, if you Google him, 5'10". And I'm, if not the same size, but taller than him. So I'm curious. I mean, where are we going with this? I mean, look, right there. He's standing right next to me. Yeah, if you Google Anthony Cumia height, goes 5'10". Do it right now if you don't believe me. Opie's 6 foot. Norton's 5'7". I've stood next to Jim Norton many of times. I'm taller than him. But there I am, wearing Converse, right next to Anthony Cumia. So that's another fucking lie. Oh no! All right, proceed, Carl. Let me write that down. Carl, height, Chad. Another lie. That's all they got. All they got is lies. I come with the receipts.
Standing next to Joey C. He's always getting up on his tippy toes. He always has an excuse, too. Like over at Florentine's, I was like, why was it my socks? And Jim's a tall guy.
True.
I swear to God, that was his excuse for that.
I swear to God, that was his excuse. Oh, my God. You mean the facts? The fact that Jim's 6'2", 6'3", and I'm in my and I'm in socks? The facts. Got it.
Also, his curtains fell down, so now the sun is glaring on his face.
This is how desperate they are for attention. All of a sudden, his curtains fell down and his sun's glaring in his face. That's where we're at for content. Oh my God, his curtains fell down so the sun's in his face. What an idiot. What a loser. What a loser. That's what you got? The curtain fell down and the sun is in my face. Yeah, Carl. Actually, there's a curtain. And then I put I nailed another curtain above it so the sun doesn't come in. You're right. One of the nails came down and the sun's in my face. And then I went and fixed it. So the sun wasn't in my face. What a loser! What a loser! You got me. What does Melton say? Got him? Got me. Got me.
It's fine. But to act like you're the mud shark and you go after everyone and you're the coolest fucking guy in the Tattleverse, and then you suck this bad at everything.
I suck this bad at everything? Act like I'm the coolest guy in the Dabbleverse. I don't call it the Dabbleverse. By the way, I'll give you props on this. You said Tattleverse, and I've never heard that. You said earlier in the show Tattleverse. I like that. Tattleverse. I think Dabbleverse is gay. I think it's awful. We need to get rid of it. John's not around anymore. Tattleverse is good. See, Carl, I'll give you props. I don't know where you heard that from. You probably heard it from somebody else, but Tattleverse is good. You came, or I don't know. I heard you say it. That's all I'll say.
Doesn't help your case.
These guys just aren't good on their own. They right. Shouldn't be on their own.
Uh-oh, Adam, where are we going? Where are we going, Adam? Adam, my buddy.
John, even Aaron, they need somebody.
Me, Steel Toe, and John. I get it. You're with Carl and you're on Melton's show. I get it. Adam, listen, you're new to this. You're new to this world. I get it. Like Steel Toe was new to this world at one point, and he was like, I got to get in with Cumia'S and Carl, and he came after me. He was shitting on me, and then I went after Aaron. I shut down Aaron. I ran his wife away from the internet, and then they immediately, Chrissy, all of them turned on Steel Toe. Adam Bush, are you listening? What you're doing right now is exactly what Steel Toe did with them. You're doing exactly what Steel Toe did. He was trying to get in with the quote unquote, what they think are the cool, popular kids of the shitverse. And they're not. They're fucking dorks. I've never wanted to hang out with any of them. Even when Carl, I don't want to hang out with them. Chrissy, I never tried to go into business with her. So I'm just letting you know. But luckily, you have a Hollywood background. You've been on TV shows. So they need you right now. Because you kind of give them a little something extra. Like, oh, yeah. He was on TV. He was in SAG. Lives in Hollywood. So they kind of need you right now. So I don't see them turning on you like they did on Steel Toe. And I don't know your background. Obviously, you've done well for yourself. But I don't see them more or less turning on you. I don't see you doing any wife swapping or cocaine, trying to get in with Nick Ricada or somebody, a bigger influencer. Hopefully not, but that's exactly what happened. But Adam, I'm going to let you know right now, I don't need these people, okay? I don't. And regardless if you think I'm good at this or not, I did it. I could do it on my own. I could do it. It's subjective. I have a fan base. People like what I do. I was in a sketch comedy group for years. Then I went and did stand up. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Anyways, go ahead. I apologize. I interrupted. I'll let you talk.
Else. He needs to kind of be the butt of the joke. And the times when he is good. I've actually seen them when he had John on and he just sat back and watched the arguments happening. And he put his hand like that. That was very funny when he was in on the joke with Rico and they were.
Yeah, were they doing the Venmo stuff?
Yeah,
that was
got
awesome.
It. And he was eager and he was anxious, but it all worked, you know? And I watch him and I hate it, but then he starts talking about John and I'm like, well, he makes a lot of sense. He's some reason when he does that, I do like it. So there are flashes I see of where he could be good. It's just not him in the lead and not him being this Dice Clay kind of mean character. That's
Dice Clay.
It's not quite him.
No,
and even
Adam, the difference between me and you and anybody else is I don't want to be with these guys. I don't like them. I don't think they're talented. I'm not into it. And I call out everybody. John, bullshit. I'm not compromised. These guys need each other. These guys are so far in deep, they can't go the other direction. They can't turn it. So that's why I'm the way I am. That's why I'm the Mud Shark. I'm the Lone Wolf. I'm the Rambo. I just don't give a fuck. I call out all this shit. I have successful friends. Stuttering John doesn't. He hangs out with Rob Saul in Clay Dabbler in London. He doesn't have friends. I do. I have friends in show business, successful friends. I'm doing my thing. These are people that all want to community with one another. They want to hang out with Rocco. I don't. Or the puppet or the potato. I don't want to hang out with these people. I don't like them. I don't like Chrissy Mayer. I never want to get in business with her. So I call them all out. And nobody calls out Carl. Nobody calls out Melton except for me. I'm the only one with balls. I'm the only one going after these people. Do I take the hits along the way? Of course. Now, do they want to come running to my side? No, they want to be part of what they think is the winning idea, the community, the winning place to be. And I understand that. And it's all subjective in what you see. And I get that. I'll take your criticism. Am I the best lead? Probably not. That's fine. I'm a good collaborator. I'm a good co-host. I do that. I can work well with others, but I choose not to. When it comes to the Dabbleverse or the Shitverse, I don't want to hang out with anybody. I don't want to partner up with anybody. The people I partner up with can't help me. I don't want to hang out with Nick Ricada because he used to get $30,000 a month. How much did he get in super chat money? I don't want to go into business with him like Carl and Melton do. I don't. I think he's a creep. I think he's a loser. I think he's a felon. I think he's a terrible father and a terrible husband. I don't want to go into business with this fucking guy. I don't. Carl will stab you in back in 5 fucking seconds. We saw what she did to her godmother of her kid. I don't want to deal with these people, Adam. But proceed.
Kevin has been lost since Adam left his show. He needs a producer so badly. Kevin running the show on his own is dreadful. He's terrible at it.
Carl, I'm telling you right now, do a WATP by yourself. No producer for 2 hours. You can't. You need people agreeing with you. You need a producer. You need everything. I do this all myself. I'm sorry I'm ignoring. I forgot even about the chat room today. This is how in the zone I am after my deep tissue massage. Hit the like button. Eva! Carl cannot imagine to get super chats and make... Carl cannot imagine how to get super chats and make a profit. A dork named Carl. That's... But here's the thing, Eva. They will do anything for a view and a super... They have no integrity. They have no code. You understand what I'm saying? If they can... Like, that's why Carl and Melton are in business together. They need money. They need to use each other. It's not authentic. It's not coming from a good place. Name one person besides that weirdo, moody Melton tank. He doesn't have any friends in comedy. He has no friends from high school. Nobody in Vegas hangs out with the guy. They need each other. They do. Spawn's been a member for 14 months. Thank you very, very, very much. And thank you to all the hate super chats. I appreciate it. Mom wife had quite the scowl when you hopped on Point Dabble Point. Oh, yeah. Jenny Jingles was not happy I was there. Oh, no. I was hoping you'd say hello to her and chant, "No more periods." Listen, I just came in to say you guys are liars. You're full of, more or less to Carl and Chris. How much to hold up a sheet of paper you've been writing on? For free. What else you got, Coach Connor? You look like Carl. Why isn't Florentine at your non-sold out show? Hacka. Where did you hear that from, Rocco? Who said that? I'm curious. Did Pat for real skip Melton's gig due to Adderall? Yes, he got high as fuck and he skipped his gig last year and missed it because he was. Everybody that saw Pat last year said he was sweating, he was shaking. He's an Adderall junkie. That's why he missed it. He did. I'm not lying. Go look it up. Go look it up. Yeah, go look it up. Go ask around. You just take because he has no ideas. He's out of ideas. Is he going to say, I ran away again? Like, what is he going to do? I've already done this. I did it for 6 months straight. It's played out. Anyways, that's all I have right now. All right, let's proceed. Hit the like button.
So let's get into me now. Let's talk about how I make shit up.
He literally just makes up shit, and then nobody ever challenges him because and that's the show. That's literally the show. If you do Carl's show, Carl talks, and then you have to agree with him.
Yeah, because you listen to WHP. chad-zumock, I know you're not a fan of mine. Please, this is my constructive criticism. I'm not even trying to shit on you. Just slow down the audio. There's no reason you have to speed it up. It's not. It's fine. We can watch it. It's just distracting as fuck. They're always like, yes, correct. You're right. You're right. Correct.
Well, like I said, if they're not talking, you got to nod your head.
See, this is the thing. So now they're saying that I make things up. Now, what I do on this show, we've been doing it for a long time now, is I play a clip to provide context, and then we talk about it. I don't do what Kevin just did, or we just saw Aaron doing earlier in the show, or what Chad does all the time, is put words in my mouth and then respond to that. Yeah, you know that fucking dork Carl, you know what he did? And then they just make shit up. And now they're...
Example, Carl? You're always asking Steel Toe for an example or a video clip. Where is your example, Carl? Where is your example of where I said that? Please provide. I'll wait.
Pretending that's what I do, and I get everyone to like nod their head. No, the reason why people nod their head is because we show the clip and we explain the take on it.
And we don't talk over each other, so it's...
Yeah, it's a safe environment. You surround yourself with ball washers. People that agree on everything. I've listened to all your clips. I've never heard you been challenged ever. It's just, yeah, correct. Yeah, right. Right. And then you'll make a corny joke. And, oh my God, it's hilarious. That's what's going on. So try to re-explain it. We don't talk over each other. You cannot talk over each other and disagree too. So what else, Christian Sly?
A way of saying, I get it.
Correct.
Correct.
It's a way to acknowledge that I understand the point you're making. When you're done talking, I might make a point also.
But often those points are exaggerated lies, and they're still agreeing. I'm just pointing that out.
So someone comments that Chad's a less funny Opie, and this sets him off as well.
Chad is a less funny Opie.
Oh my God, $2.
Is that good?
I don't know. You got me, dude. Skipper veteran, sign up to my locals. Come on, guys. Let's do it. We're doing it. I'll have these shirts. I'm gonna sell merch with Machete. Carl sold merch at his event.
Huh?
I said, we're doing it shirts to sell. Like Carl he sells shirts at Hackamania. Okay, I can't wait I'm gonna let Carl talk and then I'm gonna respond. This is the best way to do it. And stuff, and they were selling at DabbleCon.
I know. Adam, where did that come from?
Yeah, it just pulling anyone around him. You don't need, you're selling a shirt. You don't need to pull past examples of people you know that have also sold a t-shirt. This is not a novel idea.
What Chad doesn't realize is that he's actually showing his insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm showing my insecurity. Please go on, Carl, with your theory.
He wants to be us so badly. he's like, oh, Carl is a big patron. He makes a lot of money. This is all he does for a living, is doing the show. And then he goes on the road and plays these big shows that are well produced. And then there's a merch table and people are coming up and buying merch. And Chad's like, well, I want to be able to do that, all that.
Carl. Besides the Patreon, I don't have it anymore. It was a healthy Patreon. Paid a lot of bills. It's gone. Sterling John was behind it. Some other guy. Now you're saying, I want to be like WATP. I want to go on the road. I want to have a merch booth. I want to be just like you. Carl, I don't want to be like you at all. I have integrity. I have a code. Being like you is using people. Being like you is seeing somebody with more views, more super chats, and getting in business with them. I don't want to be that person. I want to be genuine. I want to have an honest relationship with my audience. If it's less money, it's less money. But I can go to bed at night knowing, you know what? At least I'm honest. At least they believe me. At least they know I'm not going after it just for the view or for the money. So let's get that out of the way. Second of all, I want to be like you and go on the road and sell merch. Carl, I've been doing that for 21 fucking years. I've been doing that for 21 fucking years and change. Actually, 30 if you want to count my sketch group when we used to produce shows at Second City in Cleveland and the Black Box. I've been doing that longer than you've been doing it. How many times did you perform last year? How many events did you do? 4? 5 maybe? Maybe? I went ahead because I actually watched this today at the gym. And I made notes. I got notes. I went ahead and added up all the gigs, paying gigs, not the free guest spots and everything else. Paying gigs I did last year in 2024, where I was paid for my comedy, where I was paid money. You did, I think, 5. Let's see, DabbleCon, Hackamania, your Detroit show, the Florida show with Mersh, right? 4? We got 4. What am I missing? I think that's it. All right, let's just throw 5 in there, whatever the 5th might be. That's 5 gigs. One of them you helped produce with Shuley and the gang over at Uncle Rico. The other one, it's the Drew Lane that you helped produce in Detroit. And I think you did the other one with Mersh, or maybe you did that. I don't know. I don't know the specifics. So let's just get that one out of there. Okay? So that's 5 paying gigs on the road. On the road. I added up all my paying gigs, including on the road in Tampa, touring with Nick Swartzen in theaters, my one night with Daniel Tosh, gigs I did with Florentine, my own headlining dates, the Boca Black Box, stuff that I did with Brewer. This is 2024. I did 148 gigs. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. 148 to your 4. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And I sold merch at every one of them. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Every one of them. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And I've been doing it for 21 years selling merch. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Another Carl lie. Another Carl lie. I want to be like him and go on the road. I want to be like Carl and go on the road. So since yesterday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lies, which is 2 clips. 10 lies with just 2 clips. And I usually wrap it up after an hour and a half. I know Melton's sniping. I don't give a fuck. But I'm on a roll. So let's keep going. Hit the like button. Where are we at in the chat?
That stuff. And he's saying it out loud.
To Kevin,
to Kevin
The
and
father.
to everyone else. He's saying out loud, like, guys, look, I have a shirt and you can buy them because that's what Carl does, right?
Carl did it.
It's like, yeah, that's what everyone who has an audience in a show does.
This is such a lie. He's saying I sell merch because Carl does. I pointed that out on that clip because I knew Carl would be watching it. That's why I brought up Carl. It wasn't because I was jealous. I knew he was going to cover it. And he was going to point out, I knew if I said I was going to sell shirts, he's like, oh my God, he's selling merch. What a loser. So I said, Carl's doing it. So you fell into my trap, bitch.
They have merchandise at a merch table and they put on shows and people go there and they enjoy it. These are called real shows. The opposite of what you guys are trying to do in Atlantic City.
What we're trying to do in Atlantic City is an event, and it's going to be fun. And you're not invited. And your sister's not invited. And your brother's not invited. We don't want them there. They can go to your WATP repeat shows that you've been doing over and over, the same shit with the creep off. Oh, great show, by the way. It's going to be great. Carl, have you ever done sold out theater shows with car service and 5-star hotels? I have plenty of times. Plenty of times. Your self-produced shows, you drive home to your wood paneling basement. You got to get your own hotel where we have the booker taking care of that, or the venue. So, yeah, you're lying.
Hackamania is a real show that'll be well attended and well produced. And
it's not well produced. We watched the video. You had a shitty 2-camera pay-per-view. Again, Melton mailed in his shit. Tukey shit bombed with his Dr. Steve thing. It was unwatchable. I mean, from my review, you had the best well-produced show. And that was the best criticism. You had the best well-produced show. And that was it. And the most entertaining show, who did they say was the most entertaining show? It might have been yours. But they said Ray's show was unwatchable. They said Melton's show was just nothing. Carl is doing a Pig Nambla roundtables. He can only get the no-name Aussie in Moody. Oh, over on Melton's not sniping anymore. Oh, see, it's working, Melton, it's working. I'm telling you, Carl, you're going to need more losers to come after me. I'm John Rambo, bitch. Call in Moody, call in Adam Bush, your star power. I don't have a problem with Adam, but you're going to need all the help. Melton, come after me. You're going to need everybody. You can't do this on your own. You can't. Hackamania is a shit show, and you know you're ripping people off. You know it. You know you're ripping people off. I can sleep well at night knowing I'm not ripping off anyone in AC for $20. I know I was conscious enough to get them out of the Borgata and go to a beer hall where it's cheaper and we could all do whatever the fuck we want. Now we have the whole venue to ourselves. No rules.
It's going to be not a train wreck. We don't have to rely on super chats in order to make sure that we can cover people's expenses.
Let me remind everyone, they had super tips last year at Hackamania.
There's not a lot of mystery involved in the Hackamania event, where there seems to be a lot of foreboding mystery here, a lot of unknown in this.
And again, Adam, that's the fun part of the show, is working it out on the air. It gets people excited. It generates excitement. What's going to happen? What's not going to happen? Your guys are saying it's going to be shit. Other people, we know what's going on behind the scenes. We just want the audience to be coming out of curiosity and how it's going to go down. It's called genius marketing. You should look into it. Because we know how Hackamania is going to go. We saw it last year. It's the exact same show. Carl's going to play Steel Toe clips. Then he's going to play Stuttering John clips. Jenny Jingle's going to be there. Chris, it's going to be exactly what this is. We know how that show's going to go. Patrick's just going to sit there with Brian Johnson and Carl, and they're going to talk about Steel Toe for an hour and a half. Dr. Steve's probably the only interesting event there.
AC event. Also, Chad, if you don't want to be compared to Opie or John, stop pointing to your shirt with words on it and lifting it up like that.
And there was a time when
Adam. Oh, Adam. The only one comparing me to those is Carl, and the Shirley Network doesn't do it. I'm cool with all those guys. I'm cool with Bob. Carl's the only one. You're getting brainwashed over there, kid.
tried his merch in the form of hot sauce. And when he found out that you were doing the same thing with the same company, he pulled out like a pussy
He told
boy.
the guy off.
Yeah.
He was all upset that I had my own hot sauce.
And now
I pulled out like a pussy. I pulled out like a fucking pussy. Chris, I have integrity. You don't. You guys are whores for the super chats. You're whores for the subscriber. When I heard Jeff Levine at Silk City Hot Sauce, shady dude, was in business with Carl, I go, I can't work with him. It's bad for my brand. It's bad for everything I do. I don't want to be in business with Carl. I don't want to be associated. I can't say silkcityhotsauce.com knowing Carl's a part of it. And knowing Carl was last to the game, knowing I was the first. The guy who got that thing going. The reason why you all wanted Silk City Hot Sauce was because of me. All of you, Chrissy, Ray, everybody. I was the very first. It's documented. It's there. But I have integrity. I told Jeff to go fuck himself if he's working with Carl. That guy was selling me sending me a case of hot sauce for free every month that I'd sell at shows for like $30 a bottle, make a fortune. He was a $100 sponsor. And I told him to go fuck himself. Would Carl ever do that? No, because he's a whore. I'm not. That's the difference between me and you guys. And I will continue to point that out. Integrity, look into it. A code, live by a code. Don't just work with somebody because they have followers. Believe in something. Call out shit. Like I do. Hypocrisy everywhere. It's not just John. It's Carl too. Carl needs to be called out for this bullshit. He's gone unchecked for too long because he's in bed with Cumia and he got a lot of followers from kissing up to people. It's too long. I'm tired of it.
It's Carl's doing it.
Yeah, I know. Like, which one is it? And I actually have an example of that coming up where Chad's another one of these guys, just like Aaron Imholt, who lives in the now. So if he doesn't like you.
I like how I'm the example now, Aaron Imholt. I mean, coming from the guy that partnered up with this guy. Carl's the guy who worked with Steel Toe. He's the guy who went on his show. I said, I'm not going on that guy's show. He stinks. And he had Carl, he went on Carl's show and he went to Content House and he was coming to DabbleCon and they were making fun of me. You're the one without integrity. So now you're comparing me to this guy. You're a fraud, Carl. You're a fraud.
And you're selling hot sauce, and selling hot sauce sucks. And if he doesn't like you and you sell t-shirts, then you're a loser for selling t-shirts.
I never said you're a loser for selling.
Implies you started it.
Fuck.
You did it first.
Yes.
I started over. I never once said that. That's another lie. Another lie by Carl. I never said you're a loser for selling shirts. I never said you're a loser for selling hot sauce. I'm selling. When Gladwell Ape gets his hot sauce going, I'm going to sell it. I love hot sauce. This is the reason why I got in the business with the hot sauces, because I love it. I wanted it. I was behind it. I was passionate. Chrissy Mayer was selling hot sauce. She doesn't like hot sauce. There's no code. There's no integrity. She saw other people selling hot sauce. That's the difference between me and you is I wanted a hot sauce. You guys were like, how can I make another buck? How can I do this? And then I told the guy who was giving me free hot sauce where I was making a fortune to go fuck himself. That's another lie. A loser. It's unbelievable. Listen, there might be a lot of people here that don't like me, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, we're going to go look back on this, and you're going to say, oh, yeah, he was right. Chad was the only one speaking the truth. I just wanted to look like I was cool because I was in Melton's chat room or Carl's chat room, and we were shitting on Stuttering John. I shit on him, too. I shit on Carl. I don't care. I don't team up with these motherfuckers. All right, let me fast forward.
Okay. So you just heard what Chad said. His criticism of Opie is, why don't you go on other people's show?
All right, this is a dumb thing. I got to fast forward because I got to get done with the show. I don't have time. I got the public access show tonight at 9 o'clock with Earl Skankel.
That he doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't really have thoughts in his head.
He doesn't know what he's saying. He really doesn't have thoughts in his head. It's amazing his perception on what's really happening and what's really going on and how you can twist it into whatever narrative you want. It's a skill set. I mean, you really, if anyone's like Aaron Emholt, it's you. It's you.
His audience and make shit up. Chad-zumock has zero credibility. Kevin Brennan. And so I don't understand why anyone, I mean, you can be entertained by them and you can watch the show. And I would never tell.
We just pointed out for the last hour and a half credibility, integrity, and lying. I wrote down every single one of your lies, Carl, in real time. In real time, I have them right here. So if you want to talk integrity, now you can gaslight your audience and you're going to have ball washers like Melton that will believe you to the end of time because they don't want to believe anything. There's people that believe that O.J. Simpson didn't kill his wife. That's a fact. There's people that believe Deshaun Watson wasn't getting inappropriate massages. There's people that believe all kinds of shit. I get it. And you got to do it. But we just pointed out everything you lied about and with receipts.
Anyone not to watch their show and not to super chat them and do whatever you enjoy. But never once would I hear something that Chad said and then go, yeah, he's probably right.
I'm going to make some changes based on that.
He just doesn't have a track record to justify that.
Where is your track? I'm looking at your track record of lies, Carl.
Said something the other
I'm going to do this every day with your lies, just so you can continue to lie, or you can just start telling the truth, and I won't have to do Carl's lies anymore. I'm keeping track with receipts. I'll do the work just to point out your bullshit.
day. I might have heard it on your show yesterday. He said that he used to book at the Backstage Cafe in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So this really was Adam Bush that super chatted me. Okay, so let him set this up, and then we'll get into it.
I used to play there weekly.
Okay.
And it was only around for a very short time. So I am almost positive that we've had interactions together.
If he was the booker.
Carl wants to go straight at me and call me a liar. He's locked and loaded to call me a liar right now. He wants to call me a liar. It never happened. I never booked anything. I didn't go to he was never at the Backstage Cafe. And just watch.
He was the booker because that's the club's owned by Miles Copeland, who managed the Police and still manages Sting, Stuart Copeland's brother. So it was like a hard rock cafe, kind of just small little place that a lot of musicians hung out at. We had the They Might Be Giants after party there when we opened for them in LA.
Okay, what Adam's saying is true. What I fucked up yesterday explaining this, I said Ian Copeland owned it. It was Miles Copeland, his brother, and their brothers were Stuart Copeland from the Police. I ran a room there for a year and a half. I wasn't the booker of the back. I ran a comedy show on Sundays called we call it Comedy Sunday Mass, and then it was so successful we would do Monday. So we do comedy Sunday nights, and then we do comedy Monday night or Sunday night or Monday night. Sorry, I'm talking all over the place. He must be on drugs, right, Nick Ricada? So, it was like an open mic. And there was and if Adam's watching, he knows what I'm talking about. I was a bartender at RJ's. It was a rib joint on Beverly Hills. And everyone there was a comic. They were all Canadian comics. So I was looking to do a place to do stand-up. I was my second year doing stand-up. I was like, I need a room. Everyone had a room. So I found that place. I forgot who ran it at the time. And we set it up and we started calling in all our favors. We would call it. I remember Craig Robinson, who was on The Office, Hot Tub Time Machine. He was there every week. And we would get comics there and it started building and growing. And I most certainly did hang out there a lot. And I probably saw your band. I probably interacted with you. I was there when the music was there because it was right by RJ's and I lived close there. So I'd go there to drink and hang out, but I was there all the time. So we probably did hang out. That probably happened. But the reason why I said Ian Copeland is because I think it was in 2006, Ian Copeland died. And they had like his after party funeral calling hours there. And it was the day we were doing comedy. So all these music industry people were there. I think Stuart Copeland was there and we still had a comedy show and it was packed. And they said, yeah, do the comedy show. We just had a funeral. So do the comedy show. So we were all like, holy shit. Luckily, I don't know if he was there, Adam, but at the time, Dane Cook just happened to show up. This is when Dane Cook was MySpace Dane, blowing the fuck up all over Comedy Central, Vicious Circle. You know, you could hate Dane Cook all you want, but he was huge. He showed up, fucking killed. It was great. I met Stuart Copeland, everybody. Anyways, long story short, I was never the booker of the backstage. I booked the comedy show. So Carl wants to call me a liar. I just want to set the record straight. I never said I booked the Backstage Cafe. I was never a booker. I mean, I booked comedy because I wanted to be a comedian. And then I'd book comics to exchange stage time. It was great.
And I was there all the time. If he was there, we definitely had interactions.
Sure.
And I found out something else that I probably shouldn't reveal, but I just have to.
Please.
It's been haunting me, so I finally looked it up. You know, Kevin Brennan had a pilot.
Yes. Number one son.
So when you audition for a pilot, you do a first read for the casting director.
Now, this is a weird little coincidence. I didn't know this. This is actually pretty interesting.
Like it, they bring you in to read for the creators, and then if they like that, they send the tapes to the network and to the studio, and if they like it, you get what's called a network test. I tested for Kevin Brennan's pilot to play Neil Brennan.
Holy shit!
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
Which means, I didn't get the part.
Right, I've seen the pilot. You were not in it, but
it means both of us have spent a lot of time together, and I remember being in an elevator with him after the test and writing down, and I remember feeling like neither of us got the part. Like it was Kevin's show, and he was just so dejected that I felt like, boy, I guess this didn't go well. Or I honestly only have vague memories of it. I'm trying to pull it back now that I figured out who it was.
All right. Well, that's a weird little coincidence there, but I wanted to just play that because Carl's back in the Chad business after a 1.5-year hiatus. And again, it's a pile-on. It's another pile-on, and I've been through it. Excuse me. Where'd this wacky Adam Bush character come from? He's been in like TV shows, and he was in a band. He's pretty accomplished, but now he's in the shit verse with these shitty people, and he's going around. I like him as a talking head, commenting on things. He's doing a good job with that, but he's also like on the wrong side of things, and from there he can make his own judgment calls. But these guys gaslight so much, and they're so full of shit. Will this be on Locals? Yes. That you just got to point out this nonsense. Because, everybody wants to fit in, and they want to be with, quote unquote, who they think the popular guy is, and they're just not. And that's how this whole show came together, is calling these fuckers out for their nonsense and their pile-ons. And it's just not authentic. It's not coming from a genuine place. Now, listen, I'm almost 2 hours in. I do an 1.5-hour show. I could keep going. I got letters. I got drunk phone calls. I got hype trains. And I know if I do a hype train, everyone's going to jump on. But again, I'm not the grifter. They're the grifters. I have integrity. I don't need every single fucking dollar like these guys do. And I prove it each and every time. That's why I mail out shirts to the biggest super chatters. I mailed out a bunch of them today to the $20 or more donors, and shout out to all of them. If you done it, I appreciate your support the month of January.
Fuck pyramids.
I heard that fuck's in the chat talking shit about me. Girox. Again, no one promotes that fucking guy. I do. And all he does is talk shit. Chad, make it stop. Make it stop. I did. Thank you, Deitois. You're lovely. We got the hottest chicks in my chat. I don't know why anyone wants to come in here and talk shit when we got the hottest chicks You guys are fucking losers. If you guys want to just come in and start disrupting things when there's hot chicks here, you should be impressing them. At the beginning of my show, I said it's Fernham's birthday today, and he's in a horrible position right now. He's a truck driver who's disabled. He used to donate a lot to the show. So I said, don't worry about the super chats today with me. Go donate to Vernham. It's his birthday. And since I put this up, I tweeted it out. He's raised $300. $100 the first time I promoted, now $300. And he's in a bad shape, and he's a great guy. Everyone seems to like him, and it's his birthday. I said at the beginning of the show, go donate to him. I tweeted it out. Now, would Carl do that? Would Steel Toe do that? Would Melton do that? No. They would shake you down for every fucking penny. That's not how I do it. I come correct. My audience trusts me. I trust my audience. Because at the end of the day, do you need every fucking penny? And granted, it's a crowdfunding show. I do need money to keep it going and want to do it. Trust me, I don't want to cover these people, but I like to call out their bullshit. Borgo says, I'll only donate if he was the trucker that hit Ray. I'm putting this one up for free. That's funny. That's a good joke. Anyways, keep donating to Fernham. He's a good guy. Again, he's a big part of the community, and he's been a good donor. And I don't want to keep going. I have a show tonight with Earl Skakel at 9, the public access show. It's none of this shit. So if you're here for Steel Toe or Carl, it's not the show for you. Thank you, Doodle. What did you learn today, guys? What did I learn? I learned Carl's full of shit. But what did you learn? The show's about learning. I learned Melton sniping is just dumb. It's just not working. We learned that Adam character is a bitch. He's misinformed. I'm holding out hope. I'm holding out hope. KB didn't learn a thing. I learned that the public access show will be on tonight, 9 p.m. with Earl Skakel Eastern. I learned my husband has a song about a 6-year-old girl. Yeah, go listen to that. I won't even play it because I don't want my channel to go down. I learned that Melton's minions like to mod in other shows. We learned that Chad holds out hope for Adam. He's just misinformed. Carl is a dork and a liar. We learned that Chad has integrity. We learned that Fatty Patty Sims would rather hang here. Yeah, go over there, bitches. Go over to Melton. We learned drinking with Xerox tonight at 7. We learned the slows will never learn. I learned that Shaquille, and I'm 5'10" now. If Anthony's 5'10", I'm 5'10". I always thought I was 5'9 and a half, but it turns out I'm 5'10". Go look at the photo. I learned mom wife still. Whoa. I learned Chad wants me to slow him down in the clips because his brain can't keep up. It's just too fast. It's distracting. It's like we're talking like Micro Machine guys. Just slow it down. Let it play out. We learned, Lady K needs a nap. He really does. Thanks to everybody. Appreciate you watching. Lesh, I'll see you tonight at 9:30. That's a wrap. I don't know if Kevin's going on or not, but count the votes.
It's time for the Cucks. Time for Cumia'S Cucks. The mud shark is coming to say your show sucks. Chrissy and Gino and the dork named Carl, kissing up to Anthony while they're washing his balls. Steel toe, I see some balls you can wash. What's wrong, April?